So it seems as if it's that time again, and that time is epic gamer time. So since I've started doing these challenges on every single video pretty much, the top comment has been asking me to do a grenade only challenge, and to this point I've been pretty much avoiding it entirely. But I finally built up the courage and I decided, you know what, let's do it, let's buckle down and let's actually try to do something with the grenades, and this was the results. First thing I do need to say though, and I know it's a little bit off topic, but it's sort of not. I know that I need to do the last gen Shadows of Evil round 100. Believe me, I've been trying. I have been trying every single day. It hasn't been as straightforward as I thought it would be. I thought that once I got the 87, it would pretty much be a straight route to 100. I thought I just messed up that game and that, you know, it would actually be pretty easy because why wouldn't it be? I have way over 100 on regular Shadows of Evil, so why wouldn't it be this easy on last gen? And before that 87 game, I had pretty much entirely been avoiding glitches. I'd had a few crashes here and there, but now I'm starting to glitch through the tram cars, games are starting to do weird stuff, and most of the time I either die setting up or shit like this happens. But now that you've gotten a glimpse into my misery, I'm going to be trying the last gen 100. Believe me, I'm in a game right now, I'm trying, but we got to go through this video first. So it's time to jump into what today's video is actually about, and that is me trying to do a high round with only grenades. And if you are in fact new around here, in every single video I ask you guys to give me challenges in the comments. The challenges can be on any zombies game, any map, and any challenge, and if I pick your challenge then you'll get a shout out like Xslav and Reese Richard, who suggested today's challenge in the comments. Had a little bit of a brain fart there, but while you're down there suggesting stuff for my next videos, drop a like on the video. Let's try to hit something crazy like, I don't know, 1500. Let's just do it. So I knew this challenge could only realistically happen on a few maps because I need a consistent supply of grenades, since only 2 per round and up to 6 with a max ammo just was not going to cut it after round 10. I'm also not the best World of War player in the world, and grenades on that game are a little bit glitchy and sometimes just kind of kill you randomly, so we can rule out that game. Now Black Ops 1 has Moon, which has an unlimited Semtex grenade wall buy, but in order to deal with the Cosmonaut I would need to glitch him out, and I knew that wouldn't go over well with you guys, so that rules out Moon. And Black Ops 2 has Origins, again with a Semtex wall buy, but once again there's a boss which was not going to make this possible. I am not dealing with that. For Black Ops 3, I need to make it clear that this was grenades only, so that rules out the trip mines, and no maps that I can think of have grenade wall buys besides the Zombies Chronicles map, so we've already ruled out. And lastly, there's Black Ops 4, which would have been way too easy. I'm really going to say that right now. I could have just used Wraithfire grenades or any of the other grenades realistically and just spammed elixirs or waited for them to recharge and easily get to round 50 or higher on like Blood of the Dead with no effort. So that realistically only leaves us with one option, and yeah, I get it, I've played this map already kind of recently, but it was only our only option, and that is Black Ops 1 Ascension. Honestly, if you guys want me to retry this and go for something stupid on Black Ops 4 like round 70 with grenades, then just tell me in the comments, because again, I wanted to avoid it because I thought it would be way too easy, but if you guys want to see it, I'll do it. Anyway, so back to Ascension. It has the only easily accessible wall buy for grenades out of any of these maps, and it's the only map without a true boss for me to overcome. Because if you think my dumbass is killing Papa Panzer and his meaty hook or getting headbutted by a Russian cosmonaut with anger issues, then you are really sadly mistaken, my friend, and you are maybe a little bit psychotic. But now that the boring part of the video is out of the way, let's get to some gaming. So for our first few rounds, they really weren't bad. I mean, all I needed to do was wait about an entire year for all the zombies to bunch up, toss a grenade, and regret trying this challenge already because it's so slow and it's only round 2. And for the next few rounds until round 8, things went relatively smooth. You open up the door to the power and you flashbang yourself by turning it on, and you just sit there and just stack grenades over and over again and just buy them for 250, rinse and repeat. And now we have our biggest enemy in this entire challenge, and that's the monkeys. fucking monkeys are the hardest part of a grenade only challenge in a zombie apocalypse, and suddenly I'm a little bit sad inside. Anyway though, so the way we deal with the monkeys is basically by standing on the stairs in front of PhD Flopper and just holding a grenade in our hand in front of the monkeys until the grenade explodes. I know that defies conventional wisdom, but I don't actually throw the grenade because the monkeys would just throw it back to you like it's a toddler with a wiffle ball, and all that'll do is end up hurting me and not them. But once we get past the monkey round, this is really where luck starts to come into the challenge, because if the monkeys don't touch any of your perks, then they will drop an extra new perk, and it's completely random. So if I only have PhD Flopper on me, then I have a 1 in 8 chance of getting Juggernog from the monkeys. And because, oh shit, it's me, I have terrible luck all of the time at any given thing to ever exist. But you know what, after a few games and maybe 7 or 8 monkey rounds, I did actually manage to get Juggernog really quickly. And since it's the Christmas season, my heart grew 3 times that day. But all I needed to do now once I got Juggernog was just not die. I mean, I guess that's kind of the point in any zombies game, but I just need to especially not die in this game. And I'm not sure if you guys have noticed already, but I've only opened the first door on the map, plus up to the power switch, and that's entirely by design so that the monkeys can't possibly take away my Juggernog because the door is closed, and the monkeys can really only try and take away my PhD. I don't really need to have any other doors open, so I kind of figured, well, what's the point in opening the doors if I don't really actually need to have them open, because they would just try to take away my other perks if I did get some from the monkeys. But from this point forward, things actually got surprisingly easy because the training in this area is famously easy, but I figured it wouldn't be this easy because, you know, I'm only using grenades. I felt I would get, you know, a little bit stuck at least a few times. But I swear to you, and this might sound like bullshit, but I promise you it's not. Round 15 really felt like it was quicker using grenades than it did with regular guns. And oh hey, it's time for sellout time again. If you guys don't know, I like to take a minute in every video to shout out all of my channel members who have been supporting the channel directly. I would like to thank ZombieKiller55, Keegs Mods, Mr. Fluffy, Youngsboy123, The Player 1345, Scarecrow, Jim Knopf, McLovin, Reg _, Divine Lion, Corbin11, Orange, Paul Lilanthy, Marco, Poisonum, Jarito1357, Levi Parker, Mr. Player 23T, and MemesLolIO for becoming members. You're all absolute legends, and thank you all so much. If you yourself want to become a channel member, it supports me directly. There will be a link in the description, or hit the little join button under the video. Just hit on whichever support tier that you would like and follow the little steps that show up. You get a cool emoji in the comments on streams and on the videos, emotes, and you get a shout out in every single one of my video like these guys did. Maybe this was my weird distorted version of reality at this point with this challenge, but for some reason round 15, 16, and 17 only took a combined 7.5 minutes, which take of that what you will, but it felt way quicker than usual rounds do, but that faded very quickly. And something else that's funny, right, is that on round 19 we had monkey round, and I was actually given quick revive from them, which I completely forgot existed because I was just so focused on getting Juggernog that I just completely forgot quick revive existed. But in the back of my head, I just knew that the quick revive wasn't going to last very long. And the next few rounds until 23, which was our next monkey round, were pretty uneventful, but then on 23, shit really started to hit the fan because grenades apparently no longer wanted to kill the monkeys, so I lost PhD and quick revive. So there I was, stuck as a grown-ass man, throwing grenades off of a wall right before they explode so that they wouldn't hit the ground, so the monkeys in a video game wouldn't pick them up and toss them back at me. We got through that though, and the monkeys didn't return for a little bit, which is amazing, but you know what, training started to get a little bit annoying, I'm not gonna lie. And that's because zombies started to take 15 plus grenades to kill them, but because Black Ops 1 is amazing with training, I was able to keep the horde tight enough so the grenades would hit all of the zombies in the horde at once, and that sped things up a little bit, but it was still quite annoying. And at this point, rounds were starting to take about 6 minutes a round, starting at 28 plus, which in retrospect really isn't all that bad actually. It could have been way worse considering grenades in Black Ops 1 start to like take 2 of them to kill zombies on what, round 3 or 4 sometimes. But after that though, round 30 was in our sights and I was just smelling it. I was so ready to be done throwing grenades, but I decided, you know what, to make up for the last video where I didn't fully reach 50 with the M14, I wanted to make it up to you guys by going a little bit further. I figured I would go an extra round, we'll get to 31, and then all of a sudden 31 was a monkey round, so I said fuck it, let's just go to 35 at this point. And 31 was a little bit of a rough round. I mean, I needed to actually use PhD flopper for this one. I'm not gonna lie about that. I'm gonna be fully transparent. I used the flop. And my justification for that being is that it would have taken about 50 grenades to kill the monkeys, and that's just not going to happen. So I used PhD flopper a little bit to soften up the monkeys, maybe kill a few of them, but I think it's forgivable, okay? I'm sorry if Daddy disappointed you, but it wouldn't be the first time. Regardless, I'm sorry though, but it really was necessary. Now, I haven't talked much about my strategy overall for just chucking the grenades in this video, but in case you haven't guessed, my general strategy was just to bounce grenades off the wall, buy more, rinse and repeat over and over and over and over again. Now, after our last monkey round on 31, things were starting to, again, slow very much so down, and it was taking 20 plus grenades to kill a zombie, and after about 1,500 kills in one game with only grenades, I was really starting to lose my goddamn mind. I was sitting there singing show tunes, I was doing all kinds of shit, I was rocking back and forth, I was really starting to lose it. So after a long last few rounds, we finally reached round 35, and this is where my journey ends in this challenge, because round 40 or 50 would just take ungodly amounts of time, considering the zombies' health increases exponentially in the course of the next few rounds. But I did want to say, I did this challenge flawlessly. I didn't take any downs. I got close on a few of the monkey rounds, I will fully admit. I was red screened quite a few times with those monkeys, but overall the zombies really weren't that much of a challenge, and to be quite fair, this was probably the easiest challenge I've done so far. Again, if you guys want me to go for like around, 70 or something like that on Black Ops 4 with the Wraithfire grenades, I would gladly do that if you guys really wanted it, but I figured, you know what, that really isn't much of a challenge, and I wanted to actually give myself a little bit of a challenge. And I know you guys like the older games because nostalgia, things like that, so I wanted to keep on theme a little bit. And again, if you didn't hear me earlier in the video, Last Gen Chaz View round 100 is coming, I promise you. I will get to that, and I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I just wanted to say that real quick. Let's try to get 1,500 likes on the video. If you guys want me to try out your challenge, leave it in the comments down below. Also, again, are you guys still enjoying the new content style? I've been loving it. The channel's been going crazy recently. You guys seem to be liking it, but I still want to hear your opinions. Anyway, I'm gonna end off my ramblings. I think I've taken up enough of your time. I do love you guys very much. You guys have changed my entire world. I just wanted to say that. Like I said, I hope you had a Merry Christmas. I hope you guys got everything that you wanted. If you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a good Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever it was. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.